It's Western in the maroon, Cardinals in the white, and a Western Michigan basketball to start off the 25th anniversary celebration here inside Worthen Arena.
Well, Joel, both these teams play man-to-man. Persons and Wilder, what a terrific matchup of two of the better scoring point guards in this league.
First touch by Seth Dugan, a 7-footer. You don't see those often in the Mid-American Conference. Had offers from Purdue, among some other Big Ten schools out of high school. On the drive, there's one of the freshmen. It's Reggie Jones, and Dugan with the putback.
Well, Dugan's doing a good job. He's had 10 offensive rebounds now in the last 3 games. Definitely excels at the second chance points.
Cardinals offense on fire of late, 79 points per game. It's dropped 90 in 2 of its last 4. Franco House going to work baseline. That's a good start for Ball State, and it's a great start for him. He is their engine.
Well, it's all about matchups, Joel. Franco House, the senior, going against the freshman Johnson. Look for Ball State to try to exploit that matchup.
Western Michigan just 9th in the Mid-American Conference in offense. Dugan bullies his way through Moses. Tried to sell the early foul there. I think that's a bucket you'll take as Moses tries to establish some presence.
Well, good production early on for Dugan. Here's a guy only played 12 minutes in their last game against Akron, so early points out of the sophomore center.
House will shoot if you leave him open. He knocked in 4 triples in the season opener against St. Louis, and as a senior, 32%. That's not a shot he ever took early in his career.
It's not, Joe, and he hasn't really made many as late. You have to go back to December 29th, the last time House made a triple. Didn't hesitate that time.
And Moses pleading, he gets called for his first foul. And if you're Trey Moses, you're saying, you didn't call me on the last one. You got me on the reach over the top.
Well, that's something Ball State has to watch. You definitely don't want Trey Moses, as well as he's been playing, to pick up that second foul early on.
That's off a foot. James Whitford wants him to talk about it. And it's a Ball State basketball.
You know, Joe, you talk about the matchup of Dugan and Moses. Very interesting recruiting story. Western offered Dugan a scholarship before his sophomore year in high school. Meanwhile, Ball State continued to recruit Dugan. It wasn't until after he committed to Western Kentucky that they started recruiting Trey Moses. So had Dugan end up at Ball State, Trey Moses never be here.
And he wouldn't do that. 2 of the really good young centers in this league. It's going to be darn fun to watch them go back and forth over the next couple of seasons.
It would, and Moses averaging 10 points, 9 rebounds.
Dugan's doing a lot of the directing of traffic here in the first couple of minutes.
Moses did a good job rooting him off the block that time.
Wilder, first look at the cup, and it's a swish.
Joel, the one thing I noticed about this Western Michigan team is the mid-range game, whether it's Heyman, Wilder, or Jones, they're so adept, kind of that lost art.
House open from 3 again. You see the closeout that time by Johnson. Rebound by Moses. Here's Wilder. Can he get in the open floor? Look at a foul on Persons. Chasing after the loose ball. That's the first on the Cardinals point guard, the second on the team.
Just an unfortunate turn of events. Moses with the offensive rebound, the kick out right to the hands of 2 Cardinals. They kind of fought over it, and Wilder ended up with it.
You always say the best 3-point looks come off of offensive rebounds. Nobody wanted to give up their look at the bucket. Wilder step back. That would have been a 3. Dugan on the old glass, cannot convert. And that's the one thing with Seth Dugan this year. As a 7-footer, he's only shooting 48%.
Well, that's right, just averages 5 a game. Keep in mind, 4 already. Now, a concern if you're Ball State, they are getting offensive rebounds. So even though they didn't convert, that's something the Cardinals have to be leery of.
Persons is Ball State's leading scorer, and he got fouled. That's the first on Wilder. So now the most critical piece for each team. Each has a foul.
It's his first and the team's first. Ball State heads to the free throw line. Number 2, Taylor Persons will shoot a pair.
Persons 75% at the line this year.
Ball State substitution.
It's That's a good call. Wilder got him on the wrist. Trey Moses is going to check out, get a little extra breather before that first media timeout.
Enters Tajay Teague, the freshman out of Indianapolis, and Persons gets half the freebies. 2-point lead for Ball State, 3.5 minutes in.